Lokpal Bill is underway, but many believe that the new law alone is not really an answer or even a solution to India's rising corruption. I did meet up with Shanti Bhushan, the national co-convener of the Lokpal Bill Drafting Committee and a former Union Law Minister, and I actually began by asking him if this indeed has been his toughest challenge so far.
Well, it's really challenging because this Lokpal Bill, the concept has been pending in the country for more than 4 decades.
That's right.
The most challenging task is how to constitute, how to select members of this Lokpal body. We are thinking of a larger Lokpal body than it has been envisaged before, because there will be a lot of work before it. We are thinking that it should have a chairperson and 10 members, and they will function in benches of 2 or 3, not singly, except some matters will be done by the chairperson.
This is the first experimentation of its kind where civil society has been included at the drafting stage of a legislation.
Well,
how do you think this is going to work?
Well, I can't say that this law will totally eliminate corruption, but I'm confident that if the bill on the lines which we have in mind is enacted, it is going to make a big dent in corruption. Since what we are also conceiving is to fix a time frame in the bill, namely within how much time investigation should be completed, within how much time a trial before the special judge should be completed. It would go a long way in getting people convicted and sent to jail.
And that actually is one of the reasons why corruption is breeded in this country, because cases go on for a lifetime of a person, and about so many pending cases, the judicial system is under a lot of pressure. But sir, which is why I wanted to ask you, what's going to be the cornerstone of the draft that the civil society representatives present?
The setting up of a body, highly placed body, selected in a very transparent manner, which will be given the task of investigating allegations of corruption at all levels. It won't require anybody's permission. No government can come in the way. Nobody can come in the way. And it will have the power of investigation only. This body will not punish any person who is guilty of corruption, but it will quickly investigate. And if it finds that the allegation is justified, it will send the case to the normal criminal court.
If found corrupt, the matter will be referred to the court. It is not going to be taken up. The draft will have nothing to do with what happens if found corrupt. Will that property be forfeited?
No. You see, the punishment, namely imprisonment, fine, etc., that is also already in the Prevention of Corruption.
That's right.
The court will do it. The additional thing that we are thinking about is, once a person has been found guilty of corruption and convicted by the court and sentenced, the assets that he has created out of his corruption, they should be forfeited, and there should be provision after a person has been found guilty of corruption to go into this question. What are the assets that came out of his corruption?
And that should be public property then?
That should become public property.
That's a fair point. Do you think Indian society, as a civil society, has reached a stage where there is just so much of corruption that no more will happen and it will have to come down?
There is no scope of corruption going up. It is at the zenith. So today, either it remains at the same level or it comes down. But today, happily, even the Supreme Court is taking a strong view against corruption. And in many cases, they are taking a very strong line against corruption. Now, but of course, Supreme Court can only act in a few cases. They can't act in... there are lakhs of cases of corruption every day or every month or every year. So that's why this institution, this Lokpal institution is absolutely necessary.
Was it a personal moment of reckoning when this Lokpal bill was agreed upon?
Because this cause touched the hearts of almost every person in the country. That is why the movement took off.